Thanks again for taking the time to watch this video. And if you're at all like me, I was intrigued when I first heard this information, and I hope you are as well. It's information that will and can change your current lifestyle. I want to interact with you during this video by asking some rhetorical questions and give you some information about how you can consider changing your current situation in life. And you may not be interested at all, and that's okay, totally up to you. But I would encourage you to at least watch to the end of this video, and then we can talk about where you're at. So let me begin by asking you a question, and that question is, are you dissatisfied with where you find yourself now in your life? For example, are you maybe unhappy at your current job? Maybe you find yourself where you're wishing that you could spend more time with your family. You could upgrade your lifestyle. You've been looking for a way to increase your income for a while now. And maybe you're realizing that our culture's plan to work for 40 hours a week for 40 years and expecting to retire on about 40% of your income, if you're lucky, just isn't a good plan at all. Well, there is an option that I want to share with you today. And I'm sure you have dreams and goals for your family, as I do. And the question is, are you going to reach those goals and those dreams for your family unless something changes in your current life? And as the saying goes, if nothing changes, nothing's going to change. So I want to encourage you to look at a way to change where you find yourself. And so I want to introduce you to a company called Ganolife, and it began in North America here in March of 2013. And I'm actually an independent distributor of Ganolife, and so in the remainder of this video, I'm going to refer to Ganolife as we or us or some other kind of pronoun like that. But I in no way want to give you the impression that I own Ganolife, but rather I'm an independent distributor of Ganolife. So I want to ask you another question, and that question is, do you drink coffee? And then another one to follow that up is, if you don't, or even if you do you know of anyone who does? And how would you like to earn money every time one of your friends drank a cup of coffee? And maybe one of their friends who drank a cup of coffee, and one of their friends, and so on. And I'm thinking, if you're like me, you probably said yes. I mean, who wouldn't want to earn money every time someone drank coffee and their friends, and so on and so on? And I know there's been many times that I've sat in Timmy's, and I've seen how many people go up to the counter and purchase coffee, and I've said to myself, wow, if only I made a penny on every cup of coffee that was sold. Maybe you've done the same thing. Well, I've found out that the estimate is that there are about 2 billion cups of coffee served every day around the world. How would you like to earn just 1 penny on every cup? You know what? That would be $20 million every day. And I came to realize, too, in the introduction for myself to Ganolife, that coffee is actually the second highest traded commodity in the world next to oil. And it is also the second highest most consumed beverage next to water. And so this company, Ganolife, is actually, even though it's new, it's projected to sell more than $150 million worth of product in its first year. And so the question is, how are they going to do that? Well, what Ganolife has done is they've joined into the health and wellness industry to produce a coffee that is actually good for you to drink. And so no longer do we have to listen to people that say to us who enjoy coffee, you know what, you shouldn't be drinking coffee because it's bad for you, when actually the coffee we're drinking at Ganolife is good for you. And our coffee actually, and all of their products are actually quite ingenious. And the question is why? Well, the ingenious part of it is that they're enriched with Ganoderma lucidum. And if you're like me, I'd never heard of this until March when I was introduced to GanoLife. But it's actually, I have found out, is to be, I've heard that it's the most publicized nutritional product out there. And so you see, we're using the #1 habit on the planet, which is drinking coffee, to help people now consume a healthy product. So let me give you an example about that. Let me see if you could fill in the following statement. And the statement goes, an apple a day will keep, that's right, will keep the doctor away. And we all know that, don't we? I mean, we've been taught that as a youngster. Just eat an apple a day and you'll keep the doctor away. In fact, in recent studies, they've actually proved that if you did eat an apple a day, you would in fact see the doctor less frequently than if you didn't eat an apple a day. Well, if everybody knows that, why don't we do that? Why don't we eat an apple a day? Well, you know what? We forget, or we maybe didn't buy an a bag of apples when we went to the store. It just isn't a daily habit, right? But how many people do you know who forget to drink their coffee every day? I don't know anybody that forgets to drink their coffee. It just isn't likely to happen. And so GanoLife then helps those people who drink coffee to actually put good nutrition into their bodies every time they drink a cup of coffee or consume one of their products. And we'll talk about the product line later on. And so Ganoderma came up with this wonderful, great idea. So now the question is, well, what does Ganoderma actually do for you? Well, just to make it clear, GanoLife does not make any claims or mitigate that any illnesses that you have will be cured because of consuming their product. But Ganoderma is known to support the immune system. It oxygenates the body. It has been known to boost energy levels. It provides more than 200 phytonutrients. It supports blood circulation. It even detoxifies the body and reports a restful sleep. And the list goes on of the different effects that Ganoderma lucidum has. So in that list that I just read, is there anything that would help to improve your quality of life or for those that you actually care about? It's a rhetorical question. Obviously, the answer is yes. And I have been told there are actually more than 5 million documented studies of Ganoderma lucidum found on Google. And so GanoLife has a proprietary process for their Ganoderma, and it is unlike any other Ganoderma out on the market. And our coffee is the best and premium coffees in the world, cultivated by experienced artisans. And so I told you I was going to explain some of the products we have, and so we have a variety of coffees for the many different tastes. We start our line by what is called a black coffee for those who don't add cream and sugar, or even if you do want to add it, that's wonderful. We have a latte with cream and sugar already added. We have an awesome mocha, which is one of my favorites. It's a coffee and a hot chocolate blend. We have 3 choices of cappuccino that will stand up to any cappuccinos out there. Under the cappuccinos, you have caramel, vanilla, or hazelnut to choose from. And for those who prefer not to drink coffee, we have options for you as well. We've thought of those people who don't like coffee. And we have a hot chocolate, which is also enriched with Ganoderma. And new to our marketplace is a red rooibos tea of the finest blend, also enriched with Ganoderma. And it, in fact, has twice the antioxidants as green tea without any caffeine in it. We also have what is called Ganoderma capsules, which are a huge boost to not only our business, but to our bodies. And these capsules are Ganoderma in its most concentrated state. In fact, all of our capsules, it's a raw whole food that is hundreds of times more potent than any Ganoderma grown in the wild. And these capsules provide a big punch to the body by strengthening the body's natural defenses. Or you might be interested in losing weight. Well, we have a green coffee bean extract in capsules, and they're here for your taking. And they're full of chlorogenic acid, which is known to inhibit the formation of glucose in the liver, and it promotes metabolism increase to help reduce extra fat. It's also known to suppress appetite, or you might even be looking for a little extra energy in your day. Then our cordyceps capsules, which have been studied for their effects on endurance and stamina, would be a great choice for you. And all of these products and others that will be coming to our marketplace have Ganoderma in them. It's a great combination to increase our health. So if you're serious about your health and seeking the best results from Ganoderma, I would suggest that you look no further than Ganoderma in GanoLife. And so now I'd like to take a few minutes to talk about the money-making opportunity, the business side of things when it comes to GanoLife. And I want to start by asking you yet another question. What would you do with an extra $500 to, let's say, $1,000 a month? What would your friends and family members do if they were earning an extra $500 to $1,000 a month? I'm guessing it would probably change your lifestyle somewhat. Am I right? Well, GanoLife is brought to the marketplace using an industry that has been around for some 70 years. And in my mind, it's the best way to bring a product to the marketplace. Why do I say that? Why do I believe that's true? Well, because it's all about networking. Our culture is all about networking. And this is the way our culture operates, whether we realize it or agree with it or not. So let's say you go to a movie and you actually love the movie. So when you're talking to your friends about what you did on the weekend, do you tell them about the movie? Absolutely. We all do. Well, let's take that one step further. Let's say something that I do. I love to fish. So let's say you go down to your local Walmart and you buy a fishing rod. And then you go out and you use this new rod and you absolutely love it. And so you tell your next door neighbor or the guy who works next to you on the assembly line, or you tell your brother or your friend on your team or whomever. And you tell them that they should go to Walmart and buy the same fishing rod that you purchased. So they go buy themselves a fishing rod at Walmart. Here's my question. Does Walmart send you a check in the mail because you referred a customer their way? I don't think so. In fact, I've never seen so much as a thank you card for Walmart for telling people to go and shop there. Well, here's the deal. GanoLife does. GanoLife sends you a check for referring people to use their product. And this is what is called network marketing. Here's a tidbit of information that might kind of blow you away. But in 2012, the global sales of network marketing is reported to be $166.9 billion. That, my friend, is a lot of product moved through an amazing way to bring a product to the market called network marketing. Here's another fact that hardly anybody even realizes about network marketing, is that it has created, the profession of network marketing has created more millionaires than any other profession in the world.